What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about the 12-minute review scores that are now out. This is a proud day for me. You guys may or may not know I've been pounding the drum on this game for a very long time on YouTube. It seems like literally one of, if not the only one, that does talk about this game on the internet, or at least on YouTube, right? I'm very excited for this game. I've been excited for this game for 6 years. Is there a bit of biasness there because of just how long I've been invested in it? Yeah, however, I'm not sponsored, I'm not paid for, none of that kind of stuff, so my opinions are still 100% my own. I can't wait to play this game starting tomorrow. There will be videos on this game, but I want to talk about the reviews because they are now out, and look, ultimately, reviews mean a lot to people. They don't necessarily mean a lot to me in terms of, I make my buying decision long before, most review scores are out, but 12 minutes is doing pretty darn good. It's got right now literally at the time I'm looking at this, it's got a 78 on OpenCritic. Metacritic, I guess, technically doesn't have a review score, like an aggregate yet. Although when I click on it, it says 80 based off of 17 critics. So, there's some that are, I think it's kind of top heavy and low heavy. Like it's getting a lot of like 6s, and then it's also getting a lot of like 9s, which are kind of like evening it out. I feel like overall this game is gonna land in the high 7s, low 8s. That kind of seems like where the average is gonna land. And you know what? Honestly, guys, based off the reviews, it seems like it's everything I kind of wanted it to be. There are some worrisome signs, which I do think are things that are not ideal for a game like this, namely that the biggest negatives that I saw while reading through as many of these reviews as I could is the gameplay, is the repetitiveness, is kind of the clunkiness, is a lot of people were complaining about, like, no, not necessarily like difficulty, just that they were kind of annoyed by things they had to do gameplay-wise. I think the higher review scores kind of just, they didn't mind it as much, and the lower review scores all focused on it a lot more, because really it seems like across the board it's got a really good story. Again, some liked it more than others, but I think overall the story is definitely a strong suit. Some of the shocks and twists are some of the strong suits. The acting, right? And this is a Hollywood, and not that I think that makes for the best games, because oftentimes it doesn't really matter, but Daisy Ridley, Willem Dafoe, James McAvoy, like those are 3 really good actors just in general. So I've been excited for this game for a very long time before they had like that kind of talent attached to it. Again, I really don't think it necessarily matters, but that seems to be one of the bigger things that is kind of elevating the scores as well, the story and the acting. Whereas the gameplay, I haven't actually seen stuff about the visuals. I've always thought the game looks visually really cool. A lot of people are praising the time loop idea, that there's something pretty darn special about it, and the idea that it is more of a point and click game mixed with a time loop does make it a little bit different as well. Again, just the gameplay is kind of a thing that kind of goes up and down based off of who you are. Again, I say that's not ideal because a game, in my opinion, there's a reason why it's called game, like you're playing it, right? Game and then play, because ultimately, visuals, they can get people hooked early on and, to watch it and to maybe get invested. The story, if the story is strong enough and the characters are strong enough, I do think that helps people really stick it through if other things are very weak. But really, the gameplay a lot of times is do or die for many games. If the gameplay is great, everything else can actually be probably pretty bad, and you still may play it just because it's a good game to actually, physically play. But if the gameplay sucks, or it's repetitive, or it's just something you downright do not like, it can be it could be the most beautiful game on planet Earth. It could have the greatest story, but if it's just not fun to play, that could stop. Now, I'm not saying that's what this game is, but that's something that I've always kind of believed in. Even though I do think story and characters kind of mean the most to me, gameplay I do feel is probably the most important. So, again, I've made the decision to buy this game 6 years ago. I don't really care what the reviews say. They're not going to affect my opinion of buying the game. I'll be playing it starting tomorrow. Like I said, there'll be videos of my kind of impressions. Maybe, if I can beat it fast enough, we can talk about the ending and stuff. So there will be videos covering this game. I don't even know how many people are going to care about this, to be flat out honest with you. And that's okay. That's okay. It's a game that I feel very passionate on. It helps my credibility when I say, like, I cover all these different games, that, like I'm a more diverse gamer, or, that this channel is way more diverse than most. This is a game that kind of helps me kind of make that statement, right? So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Are you getting it? Are you you not? All that stuff. Make sure, if you guys aren't already, you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on. If you want to follow me in any of my social medias, I have a Twitter, I have a second channel, I also have a Patreon and YouTube membership. If you guys want to check any of those out, links for them are in the description below, okay? Thank you for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it, and I hope to see you all on the next video.